All right, team, what is going on? It is November 5th, Saturday night. Coach Chavo is coming at you, and I've got a couple of stocks that I think you need to watch next week. But I also want to give you a market update and let you guys know what's going on because I know everybody's looking at different stocks and they want to know what's going on with the market. Now, remember, we talk about the MACD, we talk about things flipping, okay? When the stock is in a downtrend, we know it's in a downtrend. How long is it going to be in a downtrend? Well, charts don't lie. I'm going to show you some lines and give you some averages. I would count on 75% of what plays out in reversals will happen. Okay. Excuse me. So here we go. I want to show you Netflix first because I hear Netflix a lot on Twitter. I hear it in the bull ring. I hear it in other rooms that I participate in and give feedback. I hear it on YouTube, right here. So I want to show you what's going on with Netflix. So potentially Netflix could be, okay, in a inverse cup and handle, okay? Now, it hasn't played out yet, okay? But potentially we could be seeing this happening with Netflix. And let me change the color for you. I apologize. Okay, so this is just a quick what might happen with Netflix. And now if I was playing Netflix, which I'm not, I played Netflix at the beginning of the year just on earnings because I knew what they're going to do. Unfortunately, they're losing subscribers, but if this plays out, okay, you could see Netflix at about 230, okay? But the first target would be, for me, okay, the length of this channel. Now I'll move this down a little bit. So if it breaks out, I could see it coming down to about 253. And then if it breaks that target, it can come down to about 230. So keep an eye on Netflix. It hasn't happened yet, so don't go jumping into a short thinking, well, coach said. No, coach is not saying. Coach will show you that on the daily, we have flipped, okay? The MACD, okay, it has flipped. Here you go, all right? So it's a short for me, okay? When I do that last time, right here, okay? Now, if I was a numbers guy, which I am, I would measure that move and I would say, okay, how long before it hit a bottom? The lowest bottom it hit once it crossed last time on the daily, okay, was 110%. Wow, $12 down, right? So might be a good trade there. I would definitely wait a bit. I mean, you can get in there now. If you're an experienced trader, you know what this means here. So the RSI went under my orange line, which is the 50-day moving average. So keep an eye on Netflix. If you want to jump in now, you can. That's up to you. I don't play Netflix, but I will share that that is a strong move down. So it's up to you guys. Okay. All right. So let's go to QQQQ. Called this out last week, and this is just simple technical analysis. You see here, we have a double top, okay? So if I measure the move from the top to the bottom, okay, I know that at some point, oops, it's a little, at some point, QQQ, once it hit that top again, it could make this move down here. And I posted this in the bull ring, which if you guys want to join, 7 days for free, I'm going to leave you a link down below, okay? You see, free money. That's what I call out. Free money or sandwiches. This is where you can eat. It's easy. And you see it's been playing out. Some of the members in the bull ring have been doing very good. They've been making some money. And it's an easy call. Okay. Because charts don't lie. You have a double top. Good stuff there. All right. Let's go to Apple. Apple has some free money coming up. Okay. It's in a downtrend. All right. Now, it's at a very low place from previous support. And you can see here back in June 2022, if Apple breaks, okay, 133.66, in my opinion, it's going to fall a little bit more. Okay. And this is my free money zone. So for me personally, I'm going to place an order and have it ready to trigger, not at 133.66. I'm going to have it trigger at about 133.30. Okay. Because I want to give it some room to really fall, because it could bounce here and there and then come back and reverse on you. Okay. So we have Amazon, same thing going on. Now, previous support for Amazon, it's been a long time since it's been at this number. And we go back to about November 2019. So Amazon is on sale. If you're a long-term investor, it's about 55-60% discounted. This is about $160, $170 stock. I have orders waiting at 85 and 80, and I'm talking about shares that I'm going to leave there for about 12 to 24 months, because I know this thing is going to blow. Amazon's not going anywhere. Amazon's going to keep selling. Same thing with Google. If you go to Google and you see it is on sale, okay? And here's what I want you to look at is that Google, okay, if we measure from previous high to the current low, you're talking about 45% from that high, okay? Google's not going anywhere. Google's going to keep doing great things. So if you want a long-term investment, keep an eye on Google. I think once it hits a little bit lower, it's going to be a great buy, okay? Let's go to Meta. Everybody's upset with Meta. They don't believe in it. I think Meta doesn't care. I think Meta doesn't care if it goes down to a $10 stock, because once they come out with the metaverse, this thing's going to boom. I'm personally not a buyer here. I will be a buyer under 50. I'm telling you right now that 10 years from now, Meta will be potentially, if they do well with their new metaverse, it will be a good retirement fund for you. Okay. Let's go to Tesla. Tesla has an amazing, as always, bullish divergence going on. Okay, so here we have some resistance with Tesla. At 223 was the last resistance. So for now, it came down to 207 and found some support, but it's on the way up. Okay. Do I think it's going to run up? Potentially. I'm going to show you why. Because here, okay, if you know stocks, okay, all this was sales, okay? So that means there's no one else selling, okay? Potentially, Tesla can come back up to these levels. So if you're into Tesla, this would be a good time to keep an eye out and say, okay, I'm going to jump into a trade and take some of this free money, okay? So I'll leave this here for you guys so you understand the actual, and you can screenshot this. You can see the actual area of the gap. This free money, okay? If it reverses. So make sure you're paying attention to your MACD. Microsoft had some free money up here. We took advantage of that. This was my line, probably a happiness line, right? It was celebrating. All right, so let's go over to SQQQ. If you need something to help you hedge, okay, this is such an easy way to get some of your money back if you're in the trade the wrong way. I mean, you look at this on November 2nd, then we look at the, where are we at here, the 4th, which was Friday, okay. You know, we had a great entry here, okay. Then we have another great entry there if you wanted to do a put, but if not, you can do another call purchase here. So, and it's such a cheap and inexpensive stock or options, okay? So SQQQ is really good if you're playing QQQQ, okay, and you're playing it to go down. Let me go back to that. Okay, if you're playing it going down, you can make double your money because this is the inverse, right? So it's going to do the opposite. So just a quick tip there if you guys are interested in that. Okay, now let's go to last but not least, Melly. Okay, a lot of math here. We talked about Melly last week, and we have a lot of resistance on the way up, but they just had earnings. And I talked about this last week. It's in an uptrend. If it breaks this resistance, it could make it to the next one, which is 969. Then it can go up to about 991, and it broke a few resistance, got up to about 1016. So big wick here. So be careful when you guys see earnings. Make sure you know what you're doing. For me personally, if I was to play Melly, I would have played a straddle or a strangle. Okay. Eventually, after earnings, it came back down and closed around the 940 area, 938. What do I think Melly's going to do next week? I think Melly's going to fall. I think Melly's going to continue downward, just because of what's going on with the market, not because it's a bad stock, but I think it is a good long-term stock at some point. Not at 938. I would probably buy Melly at 755, which is the lowest support it's had in a while. Now it could go down to 613 depending on what happens with the market, but these are good prices. 755 to 600. It's not a bad area to be with Melly. So I know you guys are probably having a good time Saturday night, so I'm gonna leave this video. When you get home, you can watch it. If you guys want to watch it Sunday, when you wake up, it'll help you out for next week. So for now, I'm going to leave you guys links down below. I have a new options trading course. I'm going to leave you that link. $9.99. You can't beat it. For $9.99, you understand how to get in and get out and play options. Okay, options is a tricky business, but I'll teach you how to protect your investment. Then also, if you want to join the bull ring, you're going to have 7 days for free. You're going to hang out with top traders, okay? And one of those traders is the one who gave us AMD. If you see AMD, I have an order here ready to go on Monday because AMD is going to fall, okay? If you see AMD's resistance here, last resistance was around 63. Previous to that was 63.93. That's where my stop loss is at because I believe it won't go past that resistance, okay? And then I'll take profit right around 60.86. Now, this protects me and it lets the stock fall if I'm shorting it, which I will. If you want to learn how to do this, $9.99. $9.99. If you can't pay $9.99, the stock market will take it from you. I promise you that. So make sure you guys are taking advantage of the free courses and on YouTube and the option trading courses that I'm putting up. So for now, hope you guys have a great weekend and you have a green week. Tomorrow we'll have Sunday Scan.